Well, let me talk for a few minutes here, and then we'll do whatever. So, it's pretty simple. So, yeah, my backstory, we've told this story 5 million times. Everyone watching this right now on YouTube, listening on the podcast, knows the situation happened to me before with Murchison, and activists. And there have been activists and weird people in the past I've just dealt with. It's just part of my career. I understand that, and that's part of what you do. All the way back, there were crazy people at the EI. This crazy guy, Larry, who always accused me of doing stuff that made no sense. I remember one time I was driving somewhere back home or something, and the police showed up at EEI. He reported me to the police, and they were talking to me on the phone, and I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Obviously, the Murchison stuff, which everybody knows about. We don't need to tell that story again. So, I understand when you do a show like this, there's going to be some level of craziness from the people who love us and from the people who hate us, and that's really, in a weird way, okay. So I'm, I'll just address it quick and then, then sort of get to some other stuff. But, so this, this guy Zonker, who got brought in here from wherever, and has the Barstool domain or something, whatever it is, I don't really care. Tweeted out yesterday, Kirk is too much of a pussy to kill himself, but a quote failed end quote attempt is likely. So whatever. Like I'm when I tell you that doesn't, he can say that people got, it doesn't really matter to me. He can think that. I mean, I know the truth, so it's okay. It doesn't really matter. He's just crazy. So my issue is that human being was given a platform on a place I work for, and it was up there until we alerted people, and then it was taken down. Then we put it back up. We never asked for it to be canceled or anything. But my problem, and this is one of these things that gets in my head and sticks with me, is that he conspired with somebody at the company, Kmarko, who's the editor, to put that up there. Kmarko tried to fuck us over with a guy like that for a company I work for, a person who thinks things like that and other things. He's blocked me, but I've seen him. I guess all his tweets are protected now. Has been trying to fuck me over with Kmarko. And, I want the guy to be fired. I've said it for a couple weeks. I said it as a joke. Obviously, it was a hashtag, fire Kmarko. The guy should not have a job. I mean, this is fucking crazy. He went into business with this guy, knew everything. They had been talking before. And he puts that up there, and it just goes away. And Kmarko is, whatever, not been working. Maybe he's been suspended, maybe not. I don't know. But I just have a hard time working at the same company with a fucking guy like that. I'm not quitting. But, I mean, I got some real fucking issues if they're going to let this asshole come back and run this website for a company I work for, knowing he's capable of stuff like that. And he's just a fucking lying sack of shit. I'm telling you, my issue is not with this. This Zonker guy's crazy. He makes no sense. He's no Bob. I'll say this. He's no fucking Bob Murchison. Bob Murchison, who I fucking hate, is fucking smart and measured and calm and fucking strikes. This guy is just makes no sense. Like, I don't even know. Like, Murchison, the root of Murchison hating me was that he had a transgender son, a born female, transition to a man, correct? That's
correct.
Yes, yeah. So, like, he did that and then he turned it into something else. Fine. Like, if you said to somebody, why does this guy hate me? I have no fucking idea. I don't want to know. It doesn't make any sense. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care about the people who listen to my show, who like the guy, don't like the guy, whatever. They can fuck off too. They can float away into the sunset. Float back to Maine or to UMass or wherever you are. I don't really give a fuck. Go away and get out of my fucking life. I don't care. But I'm going to keep doing the show for the people that like us and like what we do. But I got to say, like, I just have a real problem with Barstool right now. And people are going to say, oh. So I'm trying to be as fair as I can about this. I'll outline a couple of things. Number one, we're off next week. We're going to come back next Monday and Tuesday just to do shows. We had no advertising. We're just going to do them just because we wanted to do them. That's not happening. So we're off for the next 2 weeks. But we will do some shows on our new through our new mailing service. Right, Steve?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll email a couple of those out for people that want to listen to the show and care about the show and care about us and want to protect us and, care about us doing the best we can. So that'll happen. You can listen to the rest later. We'll sign off on YouTube now. We got more stuff to say. You'll hear it in the podcast. Number two, for me personally, because I don't want to get into, like, just as an individual, I don't want to get in the bad. I like a lot of people at Barstool. I like Eric a lot. I like Dave a lot. I like Kevin and Dan and a lot of these guys. So I'm just not going to talk to any of them right now. So I just, if you're listening, if you want to communicate, you can communicate through Steve, or you can communicate through my attorney. I'm just not, because it's just going to lead to me getting upset and angry, and it's going to lead to me saying bad things and things I don't want to say, and there's for me no value in doing it. So just leave me alone. Let me do my show. You do yours, and that's fine. But I just leave me alone. Because you've chosen there's sides, and sides have been chosen, and I respect that. I respect that sides have been chosen, but I don't agree with it, and I can't participate in it. Third is, a regret now for me is doing these, there's nothing in my contract, which I just read through this morning. It says I need to do the Wilbur, I need to do Sacco, I need to do Madawaska. We need to do any of these things. It's a shame that we kind of did them, and we should have just done them on our own. I mean, we could have made the money ourselves. We're doing this partially for our own sake, but partially for Barstool. We're bringing a lot of revenue for Barstool, that others aren't. And when you do stuff like that, and then the is to sort of mock you and then say, "Oh, your overreaction, Kmarko, that." Well, I mean, again, I would just say, look at that tweet yesterday and look at what happened to get that up on the site. And you may not think it's a big deal individually, but if you think about it, if you really think about it, it's fucking crazy that happened. The fact that happened is fucking insane. And not that it went up there, and we weren't allowed to put stuff up there. It's from this human being who tweets stuff like this yesterday is just fucking madness. Like, I don't even really know what else to say. I'd also say this. Like yesterday, I think we put up the hashtag Kirk was right shirts on Barstool. You're a fucking sucker if you buy those today, man. You're a fucking sucker. And the Fire Kmarko shirts, you're a fucking sucker if you buy those, right? That's just us. And that's shame on me yesterday for signing off on it. I didn't think about it. I would, right now, if you really want to show loyalty, I would not buy those. I'd say, listen, I can't trust this company right now. If I'm a Minifan, you've got Kmarko trying to fuck us over. You've got Ellie Schnitt, well within her rights, calling us racist. Not a single person at Barstool says, well, that seems strange. We know this guy. We know the listeners. That's not really true. And you've got Dave at every turn saying that Minifans suck and they're fucking crazy and they're assholes and they're so, I mean, it's just like, if I'm a Minifan, I'm thinking, why? What am I doing other than Kirk? Why am I investing in this company? Other than the show every day, for 2.5 hours every single day, live shows. And, if it's an issue, like, here's the deal. Like, if you're Barstool, this show's only getting bigger. We could go next year. Oh, and by the way, we're doing Sirius just to be nice, right? You can inform them I will not be doing Sirius next week.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Or going forward. So, like, we're just, next, this show gets bigger. We could bang out 10 of these shows next year around the country if we wanted to. For Barstool, I don't know, how much will they clear after the 2 Wilbur shows when we're done with everything?
It'll be around $150,000.
Okay, $150,000. Mm-hmm. Okay. So part of that goes back to pay our salaries, and I understand that. But, we don't have, it's not my contract.
Not in my contract.
I have a nice base salary. I mean, I don't have to do it.
Might be in mine.
Yeah. I do it selfishly, obviously, to some extent, because I want to make more money, but I also want to do it for the fans. And I also think, it's a good thing to do for Barstool. They've been nice to us. We'll do this. We'll do that. The Sacco thing, in the middle of a pandemic. We sold out 2 shows. But essentially, the second one's almost sold out. It'll sell out. And you think, it's 250 tickets. Well, not really, because it's 4 people in a car, and they're going to jam these fucking cars. Yeah. It's 2,000 people going to a drive-in movie theater for a weekend in the middle of Maine, in the middle of the summer, in the middle of a pandemic. 2,000 people who want to spend money and want to help us out. And if Barstool said, hey, fucking rub their backs once in a while, they would love them. But instead, they fucking treat them like fucking shit.
In the meantime, most of the bloggers at Barstool are just sitting around their apartents, scratching their balls, not coming up with creative ways to bring
messaging
money.
Each other like the idiot we had on last week.
Nate.
Yeah, Nate. Who's
right.
making eyes at fucking bar. He knew about the story before. We all know that now. And that's all fine. I don't really care. But it just frustrates me. It's a trigger for me. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I take this very, 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 very personally. Not the thing about Zonker, some lunatic saying that I should kill myself. Whatever. I don't. That's, obviously an asshole thing to say, but it's being purposely an asshole thing to say. You're waving your arms. Congratulations, you won. My issue's not with him. It's like, he's a sick dog, and he was enabled by somebody who is very calm, hates us, has fucked us over from the start, hates Steve, hates Mike, hates me. So he tried to fuck us over. And you know what? He won. I guess, sort of in a way, he won.
It's great. And now Zonker can go to pen executives and advertisers and say, hey, I was published at Barstool Sports with my complaint.
Right. Or they even say they agree with me. It's like giving Murchison a nighttime show.
That's what I said last. This is what I said when it happened. So, Zonker is saying now he's contacting Penn people at Penn he is. He has some email. He's just spamming it out to Penn employees all day, I guess. And now he's threatening to contact advertisers. Now, the difference, of course, is this is why he's so stupid. Was it Martin Riesler or Reeser?
Reisler.
Martin Reisler. This is why he's so stupid. Martin Reisler is, unlike Murchison, Murchison would never put a tweet out like that. Ever. Murchison's too smart. Now, Barstool, by the way, I guarantee you this. Nobody at Barstool has put together some response to this immediately where they say, hey, Kirk has this history of mental health. He's gone away 4 times in his life for this, battles and stuff all the time. Here's a bunch of stories, and here's the tweet this man sent out. This is the guy you're dealing with. They haven't done that because they don't do anything. You know the salespeople. They just sit in their fucking ass all day. We had a conference call with Erica the other day. No salesperson has reached out to me since.
We're scheduled to meet with them on Monday.
We will not be doing that. You can inform them that will not be happening until things are corrected. I'm certainly not participating in that. So, that's not being done. Nothing's being done. And that's okay. It's all right. They hate us, whatever. It doesn't really matter. I'll keep doing the podcast. We'll do our ad. We have great advertisers. We have great listeners. And there's a lot of people I like there. So, this is not an Entercom situation. But, this is the equivalent of letting Bob Murchison write for WEEI.com or letting him have a 1-minute commercial on EEI. And the idea that it was only up for 45 minutes, so what? All he needs to be up for 1 second to take one picture. So, I don't know. It's frustrating. Go ahead, Steve or Mike or whatever.
It's just, that's the thing about Zonker is that he's doing it as a troll and to be funny, I guess, or be crazy or edgy or something. And they just decided, let's give him some sort of, he had no credibility. And now he does because he can say he kept bothering people trying to get on Barstool or wherever else. And one person decided, let's give this person some credibility now. And he has it.
Yeah. So, I get complaints from people who say that it takes longer for our merchandise to get to them versus other merchandise that they order. So I don't know. And I don't even get into conspiratorial stuff. I don't really care. But, I just think we're dealing with a guy who I told him a couple weeks ago, when you let somebody like this, you give somebody the keys to the car, this is what happens. And and this and that. And here we go again. And again, he's not Murchison, but the idea is, if he was calmer and smarter, the blog post still would have run. So then you'd be dealing with somebody who knew what they were doing. It's not, Kmarko didn't, and Kmarko has corresponded with this guy for years on email. So, we know that. So it's just, the fact that this guy has a job right now, just fucking, it's incredible to me. It's incredible. I'm incredibly disappointed in people I respect for allowing that to happen, but they've made their choices and I'm making mine. And so I'm going to do our show, our podcast, which we're obligated to do. I will do it. I have 25 days a year in which I don't have to do it. We're taking 5 next week. And then what? I don't know how many we have to.
It'll be 2 now for the 4th of July week.
And 2. So there you go. And then I'll have 18 more to go. And I'll take every single one of those. I didn't do it last year, but I'm going to do it this year. And I would say, we should, I don't know about canceling Wilbur, but I think certainly we should start having a conversation with Barstool about how maybe we should just pay them the fees for Wilbur, the whatever that was. And maybe we just handle it ourselves because I find it's uncomfortable to me knowing that as a guy who has stock in Penn National, and the Kmarko could be getting, or works of Barstool could be getting $1 from my work. $1 of our work might actually go to his check. To me, it's simply unacceptable. It's a guy who's tried. I would never, ever, 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 ever do that to him. Ever in that situation. Now I want him. Now he's fucking. I said it last night. I stand by. I fucking hate him more than I hate Murchison, Shirley, Kennedy, any of them, because this guy worked with me. Like guys like Mark Hannon, whatever, they're just pussies. They inherited the disaster. It's all the way down from David Field. Kmarko conspired. Was like, oh, this could fuck this guy over. Oh, well, and he knew. He came on here. He lied. He took his beating because he had to. He's gone away on social media. He's been quiet for a couple of weeks, like the pussy that he is, and he'll come back and have some excuse for it and whatever. And he cried to me on the phone and bullshitted and tried to saddle up to me about his own personal issues, which are a bunch of fucking bullshit too. I fucking hate the guy, and as long as he's working there in that position, I just find it completely unacceptable. And I know I'm not alone in that company, but I'm the only one who I guess is unafraid to say it because I don't really give a fuck.
I also think a lot of people don't understand. I honestly do get why some people are loyal to Kmarko. I understand that, but I think they also don't get why letting Zonker on the blog was a bad thing.
Because they're stupid.
Right,
they're stupid.
But they might just think, we heard Kevin say the other day, just write a blog about it and move on. But I don't think you realize now the guy's contacting Penn National and contacting advertisers and saying you're anti-Semitic or racist or whatever the fuck.
Well, and guys like Kevin can do what that's fine. He can do what he wants, and I know he chose sides, and I get that. He's known Kmarko longer. They're friends. We're not really friends, I suppose. That's okay. So it's better for me to step out than to get ugly with people, because I just don't think there's any benefit, especially people I like. There's no benefit. There are things you can say and shots you can take, and it's really it doesn't do any good. I like all those guys. They're good guys. Kevin and Dan and Dave and Eric. I mean, those are the only ones I really know. And some other people. They're all nice people, but they're doing their own thing. And we're a small star in the galaxy of Barstool. I completely understand that, but it's all I care about. It's my fucking show. It's my life. So I'm not going to sit here and worry about what fucking Ellie Schnitter or how they're making money or not making money. But, the other thing I would say is if you're, I just thought about, I know it seems pretty obvious, but from a Minifan perspective, it's kind of like, well, Barstool is kind of shit in our mouth here. You've got Kmarko trying to fuck our show over, and even Ellie Schnitt calling us racist. And it's just like, well, what the fuck are we doing?
And oddly, Ellie's mad that nothing's being done.
Right,
on
she's
her
complaining. And I can tell you this: I have not. You can ask Dave and Eric. I have not said to them once, take down the blog post, take down anything Ellie said about me. I sure as fuck don't care. Yeah. I would say, fire Kmarko. That's my suggestion. I'm not saying, this is what I think they should do. I'm not saying fucking do it. I'm saying I think they should do that. They should absolutely fire him. He sucks at his job, and I've told him this before. I've told Erica and Dave. He's going to cost them even bigger than this. And this is big. This show's big now. It's going to get bigger. And if it gets bigger somewhere else, they're going to be in the same fucking position they've been in again, where they let somebody walk out the door, and that person makes a lot of money somewhere else. And eventually that's going to catch up to them. Or maybe not. I don't know.
Well, all it's going to take is one advertiser who's very risk averse that gets an email from some lunatic saying, hey, Kirk X, Y, and Z. Even Ellie Schnitt says this about Kirk. Why are you advertising with him?
Yeah.
And then,
the handbook is out there.
Kmarko has cost them.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I think he already has. I mean, just if you're a Penn National executive or whatever, you're like, what is this? What is going on here? Who is this?
And it would honestly be, and no, I don't mean any disrespect to you. I don't know how this is going to come off, but it would be like Erica hearing, Blind Mike did something, fucking fire him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if Penn National has to deal with just some show they don't know exists or whatever, then they'll be like, well, just get rid of him.
Now, the difference is if this happens, now obviously if they fire me right now, it would be for them a legal issue, and I don't think they would do that, a real legal issue. But secondly, I would just do something else. Like I'm not, the other people need these jobs. The Kmarkos and Kevins. These people need this because they would be nothing without it. So, but for me, whatever. I'll do it somewhere else. I'll bring my audience somewhere else. I like it here. I like these people. I like being able to do this, but I'm very frustrated right now. I think it's insane. I told him this last week, and I was starting to get over it a little bit. Then I saw that tweet yesterday. I thought, this fucking guy gave this fucking guy a platform on the place where I work. He let this happen. So fuck him. I mean, I hope, and maybe this will mean nothing to them. I don't know. Maybe they won't respond. I have no idea. Nor do I really care. So, I'll be gone after tomorrow for the next couple of weeks, and we'll do some stuff on our own specific, emailing list. We'll do some shows there.
You can find us at KirkMinihaneShow.com.
KirkMinihaneShow.com. And I think the Barstool people can complain about that. But again, that fucking idiot you talked to a couple of days ago, have him call me. I'll rip his fucking head off. I mean, I just have no patience for it anymore. I really don't. I mean, if you don't think you're going to protect yourself when you work at a place where a guy like that is allowed to have a powerful position, you're out of your fucking mind. I mean, you're just out of your goddamn mind. So, I mean, that's really essentially about it. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'll take the next few weeks off. After tomorrow, we'll do tomorrow's show. Tomorrow's show will be fine. And I'm calm. I'm just kind of, I just have no, I saw that tweet yesterday. I thought, what is this person doing at this fucking company with this job? And people say, we made a mistake. And I don't want to argue with those people. They're nice people. I just don't feel like, because it's fucking not a mistake. That is not a mistake.
This was a deliberate, thought-out thing.
Of course it was.
Barstool Nate tweeted out something 10 minutes before that post went live that suggests that Kmarko had been conspiring with at least another Barstool employee. They both thought it was a good idea. They were excited about it. They get a little thrill up their leg thinking that they were going to take a shot at you because they disagree with you over what? Politics? Or something like that?
I don't even know.
Kmarko let the Barstool blog become a vehicle for his own personal, petty political grudges.
Right.
And that is not what an editor-in-chief should do. That's dangerous.
No, of course. But they don't, Dave doesn't understand that even really. And like those guys, and they're all friends. They'll respond to that. They just, it's fine. They're nice people. Let them do whatever they want. They can live in their fantasy land. That's fine. That's no big deal. But, I think of it now from a Minifan perspective, and I'm sure they're in a fuck Barstool mode, and I don't blame them at all. Like, they should be. I would be if I was a fan of a show like this. This was going on, this happened, and then this guy goes on there yesterday, and again, it's a guy who's been enabled by people in our own community. That's fine, too. I mean, that's, people can do what they want, but it's a frustrating time right now. But anyway, we do have some great sponsors, I have to say that, and they've been loyal, and thanks to Tommy John. Go to TommyJohn.com/Kirk to get 20% off site-wide. TommyJohn.com/Kirk. TommyJohn.com/Kirk. What does that get you? Well, it gets you that cool cotton underwear, which I like a lot. I've been wearing it running this morning, wearing it right now. Best pair you'll ever wear. It's free guarantee. Tommy John, no adjustment needed. Tommy John, no adjustment needed. You go to TommyJohn.com/Kirk, 20% off site-wide. TommyJohn.com/KIRK. Dr. Sheffield, of course, has been with us for a while. We like them. They'll be great friends of ours in the present and going forward. The best toothpaste out there. Let these guys know, Dr. Sheffield and Tommy John, and all these guys, how much they mean to you. Dr. Sheffield certified. You go to drsheffieldsnaturals.com. drsheffieldsnaturals.com. If you do that, you get 10% off your deal. If you go to any CVS or Walgreens, you get $1 off. Dr. Sheffield invented toothpaste in the 1870s. First one to do it. It's the only toothpaste I use. I use it this morning. I use it after lunch. I use it before bed tonight. I love Dr. Sheffield. Dr. Sheffield Certified Naturals.com. drsheffieldsnaturals.com. 10%. We'll go to any CVS or Walgreens to get $1 off at Dr. Sheffield. And now we have CryoFreeze. omaxhealth.com. Again, if you're a runner or whatever you're doing, you want to. I believe me, I was frustrated this morning. Thanks to Omax Health. I stepped in my run a little bit thanks to these guys. Not as much pain. You go to omaxhealth.com, omaxhealth.com. You enter my name again, Kirk, 20% off, CryoFreeze, and everything else site-wide. It's a roll-on developed by Omax Health, non-prescription, triple-action pain relief roll-on, specially formulated to block pain receptors, reduce inflammation, and improve muscle and joint flexibility. Works its magic within 10 minutes of application. Relief lasts up to 8 hours. Much longer than over-the-counter products. omaxhealth.com, omaxhealth.com. Enter my name, Kirk, KIRK, to get 20% off CryoFreeze and site-wide. omaxhealth.com. So our great friends at Omax Health, Tommy John and Dr. Sheffield, great sponsors. I mean, again, I just say, do the show tomorrow, next few weeks off, and, Minifans, just do what you do, and do it right, do it properly, but let people know if you're pissed off, because this is how it works. When they listen and respond, whether it's people at Barstool, whether it's Erica, whether it's Dave, let them know. Let them know you're frustrated. Or if you're not frustrated, don't let them know. If you think I'm being a baby, let me know. I don't care. But I just know after what happened to me with Murchison, I am never again going to put myself in a position where I let somebody like that control anything that I do ever, 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 ever again, ever. And I would never work with somebody who enables that ever. So it's going to be, we're at the point now where it's getting close to giving me or this fucking asshole. So that's going to be up to Barstool. It's going to be a conversation, I'm sure. But until then, it's going to be a different world here. We're just going to do our show completely isolated. And if they have issues, they can go through Steve or they can go through my attorney. That's what I would say for now. Right now, my attitude is fuck Barstool until they get their shit together and deal with this fucking idiot, Kmarko.
This was pretty reprehensible. I don't know how it can be anybody's idea of humor.